Hello. Happy Friday evening. Welcome back to Cryptos R Us. And once again, I am Josh joining you on these lovely Friday evenings. Well, I guess this Friday evening could be a little bit better. We've had quite the day. Not as bad as it could be, but we've had quite the day. So we'll get into that before we get into some other things. Got a good show lined up for you guys. Talk a little bit about the market, what dragged Bitcoin down today, some other meme coin news, of course, and then also, there's actually a lot of very down meme coins they've been around for a while. They've got some very bullish things going on, and I think they're pretty good pickups right now. So let's dive into all this, see what's going on, and maybe have some time for some Q&A as well at the end. So starting off though, let's see here, fix that. All right. So as you guys remember, this morning, Bitcoin was actually recovering pretty good after some weak job data. We cracked 100K for the matter of about 10 minutes or so. That's about it. And we have fell all the way down to about 95.6 after that. Now we are still getting a little bit of a rebound finally, but what caused this drop? Well, I'm sure you won't be too surprised. Trump decided to threat Japan with tariffs now. So we've got yet another tariff scare that dropped us nearly 5%. And now we just have to wait to see what happens there. They are talking about, Japan's talking about raising their investments in the U.S. Trump is also going to block the Nippon buys. That's still not going to be allowed. And now he wants to issue more tariffs. So hopefully that doesn't play out and we just further the trade war, but it seems to be part of Trump's agenda in order to get people to bend to his will. Hopefully it blows over soon, because right now it seems like a lot of the uncertainty in the market is due to these different trade war and tariffs and things like that we're seeing. Now, the weak job data obviously was good for the market, but we do have more economic headwinds coming up in the near future here, as well as FOMC next month. We have seen other countries actually cutting their rates recently. Will we potentially see the US follow suit? Well, right now it's only like a 6% chance that we do see a rate cut. So we'll have to hold out until next month and see what happens there. But here we are. Outside of that, though, we did get, due to that, let me remove these. The DXY also pumped quite a bit off of the tariff news as well. I'm on the 3-day for whatever reason. Let's just go. So we started off today, down here, and we have pumped up from about 107.5 to 108.09. So good little climb there. That's always pretty bad for Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not like it when the DXY goes up. It likes it when the DXY goes down. They have an inverse relationship. So that also did not help. When the dollar gets stronger, Bitcoin gets weaker. Checking out chat here. Everybody's asking, where is George? George is still here. He's just not here on Friday nights. I'm here on Friday nights now. You guys get me some different type of content as well, because I'm not going to go through the same types of things that we're seeing from George. We're going to talk about different sectors, meme coins, things like that. I've been working with George for 5+ years now, and I handle many different things within Cryptos R Us. So I've been streaming on Cryptos R Us Plus, which then changed into Alpha First, for about the last year now. And last week was my first Friday night show on Cryptos R Us. I do have other shows still on Alpha First, so you can catch me there typically on Wednesdays, but I'm hoping to expand that to get some more. But for now, Friday nights, you get me on Cryptos R Us as well. So there you go. If you guys don't remember from last week, I'm here still. So I'm also George, I promise you. But looking at some other things, meme coins, especially since the Trump meme came out, have just been suffering. About $47 billion in market cap has dropped since the Trump meme coin, and it just decimated the market. And I don't even think it was the Trump meme coin that necessarily did it. It was really the Melania one. And then after that, it was just a wrap. Everything just started dumping since, and we'll get into that. You'll be able to see it and check it out. Also, some weird things have been happening in memes today, notably with two people specifically. And I think that we should be very cautious with this. There's going to be there's a high potential for fake information to come out as well, before maybe something does actually happen. When it does happen, it is going to go crazy, but I'm not personally looking forward to it. It's not something that I'm looking to scoop up or snipe or anything like that. Not really my type of thing. But Kanye West is talking about launching a token or a meme coin, and he's claiming that people are offering him money to scam. He's also saying that he's getting in touch with Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, in order to launch a token. Others are claiming that he's talking with Meta, the same people that actually launched Trump's meme coin. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but it's what everybody's basically talking about. I'm not going to go into Kanye's tweets. They've been absolutely insane, just purely mental. So it's quite controversial, especially everything he's saying right now. And then aside from that, we also have Dave Portnoy claiming that he finally is learning how to trade meme coins. He's pump and dumping on his followers, posting things at 2 million market cap, talking about how he's holding $6,000 worth of it, pumping it up to $8 million and dumping 70,000 or 25,000 on his, followers. So that's pretty bad. People are also putting around fake Department of Justice posts saying that they are charging him. That's not the case right now. We can see on the U.S. Department of Justice that that is not the case, but he is actually pump and dumping on his followers. We can see here if we go back, find it. He talks about right here. Yeah, he talks about he learned how to trade meme coins. He's up 1,000,000,000% on his first day, and he's holding this meme coin Montoya, por favor. And then he goes, he's got too much power. He made 25K by accident, basically because he's just dumping on everybody. So, yeah, no good. George would not endorse meme coins. Hey, actually, George does like meme coins. He hasn't been talking about them very much recently, but the meme coin market cap has been not great. All meme coins have been suffering. So he's not really focusing on that. George likes to focus on Bitcoin and the big caps. And I'm here to talk about everything else that there's potentially opportunities in. So George doesn't hate memes, though. But in terms of memes, actually, Big Red did have their last race on Wednesday of this week. And for the first time, they did get first place. Unfortunately, though, coming with that, they got first place and then the horse was claimed. So now they do have one less horse, but they got, I think they claimed the horse for like $24,000. Then it won the race. Then it got claimed. So they did end up profiting, and they'll be able to take that money, invest it into a new horse, and there you go. So we'll be on the lookout for them to acquire more horses, get into more races. They've got other horses already that will be getting into races here soon. They still have the partnership with Nero, so that's really exciting. I'm excited to see what all happens there, how many horses they get added and how fast. So I'm paying attention to that. But they are working with the world-class trainers, so I've got high hopes for the other horses that they have and the others that they bring on. So definitely we'll keep talking about that more. I see a question. What is Big Red? Big Red is an RWA play / meme coin that's on the Avalanche blockchain. And they started out as education and meme, but over the course of like the last 4 or 5 months or so, they've actually shifted into an RWA. So they have a licensed stable, and they are licensed to race in the professional horse racing circuit. So right now they have harness racing, which is like ancient Roman chariots. I think it's cool. So basically you've got a driver that's riding in this chariot, and they race other horses like that. So we can see in the post that I just had pulled up, we won't listen to it or anything, but oh, man, this is long. There we go. So you can see they're all being pulled by the horses, and they race for, I don't know, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes or so, but they're doing this numerous times a week, and that's pretty awesome. So good way to keep the community engaged, and it's a real RWA play, and there's no other crypto that I've ever heard of that is doing this with real horses, real stables, real drivers, real trainers. So it's something completely different, and the racehorsing industry is a very, very large industry that runs year round. It doesn't care about crypto. It's going to keep racing. It's going to keep doing its thing. So in a way, this RWA play is somewhat cycle proof. I guess we'll find out anyways. But some other things, I was talking about these big bounces that we can see in meme coins. So here we go. What does claim mean? Sorry, I missed your question, camera wall. But what does claim mean? So these are claiming races. Let me see if I can find a post about it here. So basically what happens is the races that they're entered into for this class of horse, other stable owners are able to claim them. So if 5 people try to claim them, it goes into a draw system and somebody gets it or they don't, and they buy it on the spot. And that's how all of these races work basically right now. So this horse was actually claimed by Big Red like a week and a half ago or so. And then they raced it one time, got first place, and it was instantly claimed. Now they don't get to race, come in first, and then someone can put in a claim. I'm pretty sure that has to happen before the race starts. I might need to clarify that though. I'm not entirely sure. But here we can see it is I thought it said on here, maybe not. They do posts where you can see that, but I am not seeing one right now. So I'll have one ready for you guys next time to show you. But I believe it was a $24,000 claim. So big claim, not bad at all. And then the winnings was 14,000, I want to say. Again, not seeing that right away here, but I believe it was a $14,000 purse for first place, which they did get. So that's great. But the real, everybody's asking, where's George? Oh, George didn't get deported. But George is not streaming on Friday nights. He has not streamed on Friday nights for many years now. And I'm taking that place and filling that spot so you guys get some more content, some other things that we're going to be talking about, not repeating the stuff that George talked about earlier. We're going to talk about new stuff. So we get to look at different things. No, I am not AI, Alex. I am a real person. Oh, yeah, we are all Josh. There you go. This is not AI. I'm not holding George captive either. So George is safe and sound, I assure you. But, you know, the real thing that I like to look at is when we have these big market drawdowns, and especially this one that has been prolonged, especially for meme coins over the course of like the last 3 months or so. Really in November is when we started to see things kind of start to draw down after a lot of them had a real good run up. But since then, we have seen them all essentially come down. You know, all the flavors of the month, essentially, you know, your AI agents, your big meme coins and such. So we're going to get into them. They're all really down. But what I want to look at here is how meme coins can bounce back when we do have large drawdowns. So this is actually from December 22 of 2024. So just this last December, but we had a good market correction then. And this is the power of the meme coin relief rally, right? So they fall and they have heavy bounces from that bottom because this is an attention economy when it comes to meme coins. And that's why they are able to gain so much traction so fast, because the communities are huge and they are full of attention. And that's why we're digging into these ones specifically. There we go. Rico, how's it going, my man? Awesome. I'll have to check out the XPX crypto Visa cards. Really excited to see what you're still doing. I'm looking forward to it, man. Thanks for tuning in. But especially if we look at the last 7 days, that's really what I'm looking at here. We can see that many of these meme coins are heavily down. We have several over 50%, even more, like SPX 6900 down 50% in the last 7 days. That's a huge drop. And then AI 16Z, like I was talking about, also down 50%. Brett down 47. Lofi, that I just talked about last Friday with you guys, also down 47%. And the list just goes on and on. So if we scroll to the bottom, though, we can see that there are a couple that have managed to stay in the positive over the last 7 days. But I actually haven't heard of any of them except for one. So the blood is in the streets, especially for memes. But how do we take advantage of it? We find solid picks within the market that have been around for a while. Now, this is why I referred to them as blue chips. I saw comments in the chat asking there is no, or mentioning that there are no blue chip memes, but that's totally not the case. There are memes that are worth billions of dollars, have been around for years, and have huge whales and huge interest in them. There are even institutions that are looking to get involved in these memes. So this is why these are the ones that we're paying attention to, because they could be manipulated to go down right now, and whales are looking for perfect entries, because they want to load up their bags before they weren't interested. That could be one case. Another case could be just memes sell off harder when Bitcoin sells off. So that's why we see these huge drops. But the first one I actually want to look at is Bonk, because Bonk has a lot of stuff going on. They've got tons of attention. They're headline sponsors for many events in crypto that happen all around the world. And they are down since November, that November high that I was just talking about. They're down 72%, which is massive. And if we scroll out even further, we can see that they actually haven't even been this level since September of 2024. Not only that, their RSI is reaching levels that we haven't seen since January of 2024. So a year ago, just under a year ago. But so RSI, it's due for a big bounce. That's what that means. When it's very low, that means it's heavily oversold and it's looking for a recovery. Now, this is on the daily chart. And when I'm talking about these, I'm not saying it's going to bounce back tonight. I'm not saying that you're going to wake up tomorrow, you're going to be a millionaire. I'm not saying anything like that. But over the next couple days, couple of the week or so, we could see these start to turn and slowly grind back up. I erased that. But some of the things it does have going on, Eric Buchanan, which is a Bloomberg ETF analyst, he thinks that it is actually quite lucky or there's a good chance he thinks that we do see the 2x Bonk ETF. There are currently 2 Bonk ETFs that are being filed for. This shows the institutional interest that is there for Bonk. It is almost a household name for crypto now. They've sponsored the Token Dubai, Token Singapore. They sponsor other crypto events. They sponsored the IFC competitor, the CFN, and they're just headlines everywhere. They have huge presences at these conferences. When I was at Breakpoint Solana, actually, they had a massive castle that you could go in and fight other people with bonk sticks. I don't know. It was kind of cool. I didn't do it, but whatever. Not only that, though, they did just this morning burn $34 million of bonk, which is 2 trillion tokens. They did that this morning, which is a huge, huge sale. So Bonk has tons of attention. They're making good moves, and they've got ETF attention as well. Now, that doesn't mean these ETFs are actually going to get approved for Bonk. I think it could take some time. We're still waiting on ones like Solana, XRP. We know that we've seen the ones from the name that I shall not mention on this channel anyways. So there are many other ETFs that we're waiting on, and I think it's likely that we see a Solana one, for example, before we do see a Bonk one. But it is possible that this does get approved, and we have a Bloomberg analyst who is saying that it's possible that this gets approved. So that decision is in Q1 of 2025. So maybe within the next couple months here, we do get an answer on that, and that would be pretty crazy if it does get approved. Now, it is a 2x ETF, so what that means is it moves twice as fast up and down. That's it. It's basically leverage. It's a 2x leverage ETF. Let's see. We got a super chat here. Chester asks, if a Doge ETF gets approved, is that a potential bullish divergence for the meme sector as a whole? Yes, I do believe so. I think that's just another green light. It's like how Trump launching a meme coin was basically a green light for other people to launch one. This is no different. So I am bullish on if Doge or even Bonk gets approved for an ETF. Are we seriously talking about a Bonk ETF? Well, it's seriously a possibility. So it's something to pay attention to. But otherwise, another one. Now, this chart looks absolutely terrible. I'm not going to lie. It looks absolutely terrible. And this is Pengu, and this is from Pudgy Penguins. So this one just came out a couple months ago. So it's not nearly as old. And it had a fantastic run up. And then it came down, sold pretty hard that first day, and started to grind back up. But since that peak, we're down 85% from there. But if we go here, let's see where we turned. Still 77%. So down big, right? It's below launch price, and they do have other things going on. Pengu or Pudgy Penguins is one of the most recognizable names within crypto outside of your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc. When it comes to like small altcoins or NFT projects, I don't think there's anything more recognizable in the Web 2 or like the normie space than Pudgy Penguins. And that is for a reason. And not only that, we do have a Pudgy Penguin listing coming in the next couple days here, probably. That's typically how Coinbase has been doing it. They announce it, and then lately it's been like 2 or 3 days they'll actually roll it out. So probably either maybe this weekend, kind of unlikely, but early next week we should see Pengu live on Coinbase also. So that's a huge market for them. Be great exposure. Maybe we'll see a Coinbase effect for Pengu. Never know. We have seen it take place here recently, notably with Toshi. Toshi got listed on Coinbase, went from about 200 million to like 800 million. George actually talked about that 3 Fridays ago on morning stream for him. So those that listened to him got a very good entry into Toshi, and hey, profited. But not only that, the claim window for Pengu is over. So if you didn't claim your tokens that you had airdropped to you, those are now burned. They burned all of those tokens that went unclaimed, which ended up being 13.69% of the supply. So 12 billion tokens. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. Tyler says SHIB is better than most of these you're even talking about. Hey, SHIB is interesting too. It's kind of crazy that the UAE is supposedly going to work with them and to bring blockchain to their government. It's very interesting. I don't think anybody saw that coming. My problem with SHIB is that they just have a lot going on. They've got that chain, then they've got like 3 other tokens. There's Leash, Bone, and maybe it's just Leash and Bone. But regardless, SHIB's a fine play too. I can't talk about every single meme coin on this show though. gotta pick sometimes. But this is what I mean when Pudgy Penguins has the attention. They started out, they had 31 gifts, 1K gift views. Now they have 18.9 thousand gifts with 40 billion views. Not only that, they also have products within Walmart and other major stores. So they're not known as a crypto brand in Walmart. They're just a cute toy for kids, basically. But that's a great way to onboard Web 2 people, or normies, as I like to call them, onto crypto. And it makes them very recognizable. They're not even pushing crypto with these normal Web 2 products, but it helps get them ready, right? Get them ready to move in. Let's see here. Bitcoin dump. Is it dumping? No, it's not dumping. It's right where it was. We're all good. But not only that, with Pudgy Penguins, Igloo is the mother company for it. And they just released a notice a couple days ago that they're committed to pushing the boundaries of what institutional and commercial adoption of crypto looks like. So part of this mission, they're working on the first step in bringing in new inflows to the Pudgy Penguins ecosystem, both for Pengu and their NFTs. Personally, I'm not too interested in NFTs, but the Pudgy Penguin NFTs they're worth a ton. I think the last I looked anyways, they were nearly 6 figures. So they're huge NFTs. They flipped Bored Apes for a little bit. I'm not entirely sure where they're at now. I'm not an NFT guy myself. But needless to say, Pudgy Penguins knows what they're doing. Igloo knows what they're doing. And I have faith in them to be able to do something with Pengu token. They're going to find out. They just also launched Abstract, so they're heavily involved there. Maybe they'll figure out a way to bring in Pengu real good. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what ideas they come up with. But this does show us that they're thinking about the future and they're figuring out ways to strengthen their products, which is positive for the token. Luca Nets is very good at what they do. So hopefully we see what they did with the NFT line translate over to the token. It's going to be an exciting year for Pengu. At least I think so. Check out chat here. Looks like I missed a super chat. Blazer says XPX is facilitating all things crypto payments, business invoicing, and crypto off-ramping in the XPX business, generating revenue for buybacks. Stake it to earn tokens on every buy and sell. Thank you, Blazer, for the super chat. Yes, XPX is cool. I've talked about that on the show quite a few times, and I'll remember to bring it up on Alpha First here soon. Obviously, there's some updates here, so I want to check them out, see what's going on. Anything else here? Oh, Rico says a big announcement tomorrow for XPX token. I'll definitely have to tune into that, see what's going on there. Let's see. Oh my Josh. All right. Next up, though, we do have Popcat. Now, Popcat, I'm not really very bullish on, but it's interesting because it's been going down. It's been in this downtrend for 87 days straight. It's barely had any relief bounces, and it's falling very heavily. Now, Popcat, there's still a ton of whales in Popcat. There's still a ton of whales buying up big parts of the supply on these major dips. Right now, they're catching a falling knife, but we're starting to see inflows come back into Popcat. Not only that, Popcat is another one that is getting listed on Coinbase. So the Coinbase effect has been working. So no reason to sleep on it now, especially with a household name like Popcat. Now, I'm not looking for Popcat necessarily to go back to all-time highs, this $2 billion. I think there's other better plays right now, but we might be able to see, a 4 or 5x bounce like we did with Toshi when Toshi went on to Coinbase, right? It did the same exact thing. It went from 200 million to like 860 million. So right now, Popcat, we've got it at 200 million. Maybe we can see it get up to, 800 million. That's a good return, solid play. This token, at least we know it's not going to rug, and it's very well known in the space. So for that reason, I think it is not a bad play. Not only that, in the last 12 hours, we have seen $824,000 inflow to Popcat just from Kraken alone. On Bybit, we've got 538,000. If you look at the 7-day, it's very red. If you look at the 24-hour, it's a little bit greener. So we're starting to see money come back in despite the chart not moving. So that's, at least we're seeing accumulation. That's good. That's what we want to see. Turbo did not have a Coinbase effect, you're right, but that was before the more positive regulations and everything came out. So I think we're starting to see a different type of acceptance from the normie Coinbase traders. Let's see, check out some questions here. If I had to choose one coin on Robinhood, which would I choose? Man, do I still have Robinhood installed? I don't think I do. Let's see what coins are on Robinhood. They're not going to show right here, apparently. This will say, though. Shib, Bonk, Whiff. I'm sure they have Doge. Yeah, Doge. I thought they added more, though. From those choices, I would probably end up going either Bonk or Doge if I was looking at Memecoins specifically on Robinhood. But other things going on. There's another one, obviously we all know Pepe, been around for a long time, had that crazy run up about 2 or 3 times now, basically. But it also peaked out in December, actually, towards the end of November. It's rallied really hard, and it's been down since. It's down 67% since then. But what I really want to look at here is the RSI, because the RSI for Pepe has been very strong over the last, year or so. And we can see that currently, even though the price is not as low as it has been, RSI is at levels that it hasn't seen since it was all the way down here before it started these crazy run-ups. So back in October of 2023. So RSI is very low on it. It's heavily oversold, and Pepe is not going anywhere. Pepe is absolutely massive. Everybody talks about Pepe. Normies know about Pepe, and Pepe is also listed on all the major exchanges. So when liquidity flows into Pepe, it's going to be very aggressive. Looks like I missed a super chat here. Classic Trading, $20. Thank you very much, Classic. Do these have the potential to do well this year? ADA, Sol, Sui, Aptos, AVAX, NEAR. So I'm bullish on ADA, Sol, Sui, and AVAX. I'm not very bullish on NEAR or Aptos personally. I think NEAR is boring. I don't really like Aptos, period. But very bullish on Sui, AVAX, and Sol especially. But I do think that Cardano will also have a good year. Cardano is hinting at, or Charles Hoskinson of Cardano is hinting at talking to Elon Musk about bringing the treasury onto Cardano. We'll see if that actually happens. So that would be massive for it. But mostly I am super bullish on Sui. I love Sui. So I'm watching Sui a ton. Every time it's dipping down towards $2, I'm picking it up. I love Sui. So big Sui fan. But with Pepe, this is what I mean. Smart money takes advantage, right? When these dips happen, they're taking advantage. And when it's reaching lows that we haven't seen since, November of last year, and hopefully it holds, this is a very strong support level for Pepe. But this is the time that whales are going to start taking advantage. And this is when we want to as well, because we want to follow the smart money. And that's why a whale just bought $3.71 million of Pepe on Binance and withdrew it to put it back into cold storage to wait and see what happens. So that's what you want to pay attention to. Not only that, there's also Doge, of course. There are also XRP or ETF filings for Doge. That would be really big. Grayscale's filing one. I think that if any meme gets an ETF first, it's going to be Doge, in my opinion. It's the most decentralized meme. It's been around the longest. It's not the oldest meme, though, in crypto. It's just out of all the big ones, it's been around the longest. So I could see the Doge ETF happening. That would be pretty crazy. But also, again, Doge whales are taking advantage. In the last 24 hours, 750 million Doge has been removed from the market. And that's quite a lot. And again, this goes back to we follow the smart money. That's when things are heavily oversold and they're down a lot from the recent peak and we're still in a bull market. This is when we take advantage of these dips. Aside from that, I don't want to show those things, but I'm happy to, that's about all I have tonight. I could have pulled up more. I'm happy to pull up more if you guys have anything specific you want me to look at. Let's just check on Bitcoin, see how Bitcoin's doing. Coming up a little bit, 98, 96.8. Maybe over the weekend, we'll get to see it back up towards 100,000. There's less liquidity on the weekend, so typically price will move a bit more. So yeah, going to keep our eyes on it, see what happens. But if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to do Q&A with you guys for 20, 30 minutes, see what's going on. I'll just read chat here for a minute. Let's see. There's a question earlier from MIA 305. Will old meme coins from last year overtake the new meme coins of this year, or will the new meme coins get all the attention? Right now, we're still seeing all the old meme coins keep and stay in their place. If you look at any of the new meme coins that have came up recently, they've all fallen very heavily. Right now, it doesn't look like they have the ability to overtake any of the current big cap meme coins. I don't really see it happening. At least there's ones that I like and I think have a very strong potential, but I don't think that we're going to see any come out and flip SHIB, for example, or Doge right now. That's just my opinion. Eric David Tippett, what do you think Virtual's protocol could hit when things finally take off? Right now, with how AI stuff is, I think it's in a weird spot. The DeepSeek stuff really threw everything for a loop. And then also I just saw that was all a lie too. They actually spent $2.6 billion and they had 50,000 GPUs or something. Maybe it was 1.6 billion. So yeah, they fudged some numbers, but AI agents are one of the things that have actually been suffering the most recently. If we pull up the AI agents on CoinMarketCap, you can see let's just put on 30 days here. It doesn't want to let me. Well, we can look at 7 days. Virtuals is down just 41% in the last 7 days alone. Their all-time high was much higher than that. They peaked out at $44.07. So they're quite far down. I think it really all depends on what we see happen with the AI agent space. I've heard some things about the people behind Virtuals. We'll have to see if it's true. It's all rumors, so I don't want to talk about that right now. But Virtuals was very strong. There was a ton of attention on it, and it just kind of peaked out. People got bored with it. I've even been noticing, I was on Twitter earlier, and I talked about this. I've noticed the AI agent bots getting more and more incorrect. One of my favorite ones that I follow is the AI XBT one. And just an hour ago, it posted that fart coin just demonstrated what conviction looks like with 135x pump from 20 million to 2.7 billion. Uh, and it doesn't make any sense. It says fart showing strong bounce during market bloodbath, 50% up from lows, which that's not true at all. It's actually still going down. So doesn't make any sense. So we need to see more consistency and accurate data, especially from these AI agents, before we see more pump from them, I think. And then there was Clifton K. Can you pull up Sui? Where would I buy it? I can pull up Sui, but I can also tell you where I buy it because I'm watching Sui constantly. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Switch it to the daily. All right. So I actually had, this isn't a bad spot to buy right here, actually, in my opinion, but I bought it last time we dropped down to $2.50 on this wick right here. That was Sunday night. And that was a fantastic pickup for me. If it drops below $3, that is when I'm checking out Sui. I think it's still a good pickup now. However, I think that we might see some more alt weakness. So there could be more good opportunities, right? If this starts getting below $2.50, that's when I'm sitting there and just smash buying. So very bullish on Sui. Let's see, checking out chat. Do you think that Coinbase adopting more meme coins could be the beginning of Base becoming more popular overall? I could see that, but right now, Base still doesn't have a ton of volume. I think we need to see a little bit of life come back into Ethereum before we see more volume on Base. I think that's what's holding that back right now. Coinbase already made it very easy to use Coinbase Wallet and interact with Base. So I don't know how much that will really matter. I mean, Toshi, for example, was on Base, or it's on Base, and they got up to 200 million before they got listed on Coinbase. And that alone did not bring more volume to Base. It just brought volume to Toshi. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Maybe though, we will see more strong memes on Base get listed on Coinbase, and then as a result, that could bring more attention to Base because people will want to find things early. Essentially, that's why. So maybe it could work that way. Is MakerDAO going to recover in your opinion? Let's see. What's it at? That's not it. It's just Maker. Same. No, it's been down even longer. Downtrend since December. I'm not really too sure what's been going on with Maker recently here. I haven't really been following it too much. I mean, just a DeFi protocol, so not too much really happens anyways. But I'm sure it'll recover. When altcoins pump, it'll end up pumping. I don't really see it getting back to these crazy numbers. $5,000. That's only a 5x, but yeah, they do have a max supply, so maybe we could see it happen. It would need a very bullish catalyst though for that to happen. Danny D says no, they won't. Awful AI hype coins that do nothing. See, that's the problem with a lot of the AI agents right now, is that's exactly what they are. So we need to see some real utility from these AI agents. Is the bull run over? If not, when will it be over? No, the bull run is not over. We're just in a consolidation period within the bull run. This is when we accumulate for the next leg up. When will the bull run be over? You tell me. I've got no idea. Jay, if bullish on Sui, what about CETUS? Yeah, CETUS is the biggest DEX on Sui. I don't trade their token. I'm pretty sure they have a token. I'm not too bullish on DEX tokens, but yeah, they've got a token. 78 million. What's their all-time high here? They just recently got that. They were at, well, this is price. Their all-time high was 285 million. So not a bad one, but again, That was in December, and it's been trading down since. Notice that when SUI does have good relief bounces, it's not translating over to CETUS. There's just nothing sexy about buying a DEX token. That's the problem. Needed more attractive play. But I'm bullish on CETUS being a good platform. I'm sure as the SUI ecosystem continues to grow, we'll see some growth from the CETUS token, especially, we could see it get up to like 500 million or something. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Will Pepe rebound? I was literally just talking about that. Scroll back a little bit if you got to. But I do believe that Pepe will rebound. Whales are still buying heavily. RSI is at the lowest point it's been in over a year. So I think that Pepe is in a bullish spot for accumulation if you're bullish on Pepe. Did the bull run start already? Yes, the bull run started already. Meme coins are done. They're getting cooked right now, bro. Let's see. Swapped all into Bitcoin 2 weeks ago, just waiting for a sentiment change. That worked out pretty good for you. Definitely worked out good for you. Bitcoin's basically the safest bet. So there you go. Got a super chat. The Apple. Check out SMB. It's about to go crazy. Okay. What is SMB? Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's that. I may need you to give some more information because I am not finding it. But let me know, the Apple. You don't need to send another super chat. Just let me know. Let's see what else we got here. When does the bear market end? We're not in the bear market right now. We're in the bull market, so all good here. Let's see. Can WIF pass its all-time high? Well, there's a little bit of drama right now. They're talking about whether or not it is actually going to end up on the sphere. I think if it does end up on the sphere, we're going to see a huge, crazy pump from it. There's a ton of people that are skeptical it's ever going to happen. So that would just be absolutely insane. But right now, WIF is not in a good spot. It's another one that is heavily down. I can pull that up and show you also. Let's see. There we go. So let's see our all-time high, or our last peak in November here, just like everything else. But that is not the all-time high, or is it? Yeah, it is. It's basically right there. I don't really see, especially if it doesn't end up on the sphere, I don't see a reason it's going to get back up towards all-time high, honestly. I think people are pretty angry with WIF because of, the whole collection for the sphere was quite a while ago. I want to say like 18 months or so. So, yeah. Let's see what else is going on here. Check for new listings with a lot of attention. Those usually pump once at least. Yep, that's one of the stuff that we were just talking about. I am not bullish on Gala. What price do I suggest to buy SUI? Well, I can't suggest that you buy SUI, but I'm buying, if it goes towards $2.50, that's a great place. I like that spot. If it goes even lower, buying even more. Is it a good idea to put $1,000 in SUI right now? That's up to you. I think it's a good time to DCA into altcoins in general, that if you're bullish on them, especially SUI. I'm really bullish on SUI. $3 isn't a bad entry, but for me, it's a DCA play. So I like it to dip down a little bit lower. I'm not like urgently trying to get more SUI, but I'm more than happy to pick up some more. Say and SUI related? No, they're not. Let me find that. Okay. Truvy asked, what does DCA means? DCA means dollar cost average. So that's when you break down your buys and you spread them out. So you're averaging into it. So DCA, when stuff goes down, put a little bit more at it. So your average goes lower, accumulate some more at a lower price, and there you go. Pick one alt that will really do something big if Bitcoin goes back above 100K. Sui. Chester, I don't care about these projects. Let me see. I don't care about these projects, but the question is rarely asked. Do the ancient proof of work tokens have a run this bull run? LTC, BCH, Dash, Zcash, or is it just a slow death? I'm not bullish on them. I'm not bullish on Zcash, Dash, BCH, or Litecoin. I'm not bullish on any of them. I don't think that there's any reason to hold them, especially LTC, BCH. No reason to hold them. Dash has been basically dead for a while. Zcash, I guess they did ZK Snarks. ZK roll. So no, I don't think that they're attractive plays. We're not going to see them up towards all-time high, in my opinion. But thanks for the super chat, Chester. Am I bullish on Turbo? I am bullish on Turbo. I like Turbo. It's a good play. Good token. Snack thoughts? Love Snack. I also love Baby Snack. So I love both the snacks on Cardano. Great plays. Richard, Super Bowl weekend. Come on, man. Who do you like, KC or Philly? I'm going to have to go with KC. Philly's like choke artist when it comes to anything championship. DCA is smart. Enter during big drops. Exactly. That's exactly what you should do. No, George is not dead. There's no such thing as blue chip meme. I would beg to differ. No Giga. I do like Giga, but Giga hasn't been as strong and it's not as much of a household name. So that's why I didn't make my list for tonight. Giga does not have, I mean, it could have a Giga bounce. I've actually met the team, so I like them. Good guys. Oh, let's see. I missed a super chat also. Are you bullish on Doge Elon Mars ticker Elon? You are. I'm not really. I don't think it's funny or anything. It's just kind of throwing everything Elon into it. The only thing you're missing is Tesla, but doesn't mean it's a bad coin. It's been around for quite a while. I'm just not bullish on it per se. Why is the market crashing? The market is crashing because of more tariff news. So that's what crashed the markets today. And it wasn't even that bad of a crash. We fell about 5%, but we finally got back up over 100K. And then there was more tariff news, and that took all the wind out of our sails. George looks different today. We're all George. Let's see what else. Toshi, I am bullish on Toshi. I'm the one that told George to give it to you guys before it got listed on Coinbase. So I'm bullish on Toshi. I do also think that at these prices, memes like Popcat, etc., are looking attractive. Exactly. You know, this is the time to buy. You don't buy it when it's worth $2 trillion. You buy it when it drops. And that's why it's a good time. Crow coin undervalued. Not bullish on Crow personally. Don't really care for it. Can I check out CRV because you have a short position? I'll tell you what, I'll check it out, but it's kind of funny. That's a funny reason to ask, I guess. Let's see. I'm assuming you're talking about Curve. I mean, I can see why you have a short position on it. I hope that you've had it on it since 2020. But I'm not bullish on Curve either. It's just, yeah, it's not sexy at all. I don't see any reason to buy it. I don't care to participate in the Curve DAO. Not me personally, anyways. Let's see. Miles thinks that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. Been doing, that's fine. Let's see. How do I feel about ski dog? It's fine. I'm not particularly bullish on it. I forget what it's at right now. It was outperforming a lot of stuff for a little bit, but like everything else, it's been weak since it peaked out in December. Just, I mean, every meme looks exactly the same right now. No, none of them are doing anything differently. Is Toshi going to recover? Asked Peter. I do think that Toshi will recover. Good token. Do I think AVAX memes come back? I do, but AVAX needs to get their stuff together a little bit. Right now, volume is really low on AVAX in general, except for Ket. I wonder if yeah, actually Ket's up today. That's wild. Very surprising. But Ket's the only thing that's been performing on Avalanche. Yeah, wild. But I do think that we'll see more volume come into Cock, of course. I think more volume we'll see come into Big Red, of course. There's some good memes on Avalanche. I like Avalanche a lot. I'm bullish on it for Dead Bull Run, but really just need to see them figure out a way to bring more users to AVAX. Titanfall with the super chat. Yes, I am bullish on Chuck. Chuck to $1. I like Chuck. Love the guys over there. I'm thinking next Wednesday when I stream on Alpha First, I'm actually going to have Ron. He's in the Chuck community. You see him on the Chuck Spaces all the time. Thinking about doing a stream with Ron, so that should be a good one. Especially if you like Chuck, come check that stream out. It'd be a good one. What are my thoughts on Stacks? Is it a USA coin? It is a USA coin. I liked Stacks when it ran with Bitcoin. It's no longer running with Bitcoin. It used to be a good trade. When Bitcoin fell, it would hold pretty well, but when Bitcoin ran, it would run like twice as hard. Lately, that has not been the case. Stacks has not been in a good spot. Currently, I am not bullish on Stacks. Danny the Bull will be a great stream. Thanks, man. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good one. And thanks for tuning in. Brett, I'm not very bullish on Brett. Team holds like 90% of supply. Chuck on base. Yep, that's Chuck. Chuck on base. Can GOAT make a comeback? This is another one that is an AI agent, been suffering really bad. I'm not really a fan of GOAT. I never really was. It's not my favorite AI agent, but it's crazy down right now too. Yeah, wow, it's down to 117 million. That's wild. Yeah, because it was just at 1.25 billion, and that was only in November. That's crazy drop. Yeah, I'm not very bullish on GOAT. Richard Merrill says he just subscribed to Alpha First. Thanks, man. We've got more content coming to the show as well, or to the channel as well. So I think you'll like it. Super chat from GG to check out Doggin, listed 3 days and 12 hours ago. Let me see what it looks like. Do you mean it was listed on an exchange 3 days, 12 hours ago, or because this shows it was listed January 8th, so a month ago. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was listed on an exchange. The chart doesn't look great. I'll show. I mean, but it's not small. It's 123 million, so it's well sized. but I'm curious if you mean it got listed on exchange. So let's see. Is it on Coinbase or CoinMarketCap? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's no Twitter here. I mean, we can look at Dex Tools and see if it's on there, maybe. Yeah, it says like I don't know if this is even real. That's $23 in volume. That's red flag. Don't look at that. BRAH. What was it that I just had? Oh, that's a different one. Okay. Let me see if I can grab it. I need the mod to send me that contract address because I cannot copy it. Doggin? No. From where'd it go? Or wait, yeah, from GG. Oh, okay. All right, and also we had that super chat earlier about SMB, so I can check that out. It's an hour old and it's got a 41K market cap. I'm not looking at that. And then this is the one that GG requested. I look at. This looks like our typical Solana chart. 6,000 holders though. It did run up a bit. It says that it's 28 million market cap, but it also says that it's 2.84. Let's check out Dex Tools and see what it says. Sometimes this happens. And now Dex Tools doesn't want to load. Yeah, something's wrong with Dex Tools, so I can't. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So it was just displaying wrong. But 6,000 holders. Let's check out the Twitter. Liquidity's okay. It's just over 10%. Alpha Degen doomed for success. We don't offer support on X. Yeah, definitely botted or reused account August 2024, but it's only a couple days old with 31,000 followers. Also, nobody that I'm following follows it, and I follow a lot of degens that are just in the trenches. See their website. I mean, I don't really see a reason to be bullish on it personally, but I'll hop in the community, see what they're talking about, what's going on. Maybe I'll change my mind and let you know. All right, guys, that about wraps up tonight. Thank you all for tuning in this evening for another episode on Cryptos R Us of Dirty Degens. It's a pleasure doing this show. I really enjoy it. I know that I'm not George, but I'm also George. Promise you. So I'll be back here again next Friday, same time, same place, with a different topic. But otherwise, you can find me on Wednesday on Alpha First. The link is in the description of the channel, and you can tune in there, catch me over the week. Also, you might see Blake soon on Alpha First too. But otherwise, I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. Hopefully, we get to see Bitcoin get back up over $100,000 this weekend. That'd be awesome. Go into the week real strong next week, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. You guys have a great weekend. Smash up the likes, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.